Council Chambers, Hemsworth Town Council Community Centre, Bulkershaw Road, Hemsworth, commencing at 7 p.m. on the 30th of June 2025, for the purpose of transactioning the following business. Number 1, apologies for absence.
Councillors Bacon, Conway, McGuinness, both Middletons, and Day.
Thank you. Number 2, declarations of interest. Councillors should disclose a pecuniary and non-pecuniary interest in any item on this agenda. None to declare. Number 3, corporate risk assessment. To consider the corporate risk assessment. Now, I've spoken to the clerk today and he would
I would, Chair, yeah. It's up to councils whether they want longer to review these, because they've only just been done, so it's we can go through them now, if council wants to approve it now, or...
Would council like to approve this now, or wait for the amended version?
I think it needs to be deferred and go to all councillors. Yeah.
So, would anyone, if I propose to defer it, so that we can wait for the amended version?
Yeah.
I'll second. All in favour? Number 4, the internal controls and internal audit. To review the efficiency of the system of the internal controls to receive the internal auditor's report for the year end 31st of March 2025.
Yeah, Chair. So members have had the annual internal audit report, statutory internal audit report. The internal auditor hasn't yet produced a detailed report. They're currently on with that. Councils will have it as soon as I do. But I would recommend, councillors have had explanations as to the auditor's assertions on here, so I would recommend approval.
Can we read it just for the measure?
Sure.
So, the annual internal audit report.
Yeah.
So, assertion A, appropriate accounting records have been properly kept throughout the financial year. No. This authority complied with its financial regulations, payments were supported by invoices, all expenditure was approved, and VAT was appropriately accounted for. Yes. This authority assessed the significant risk to achieving all objectives and reviewed the adequacy of arrangements to manage these. No. The precept or rates required resulted from an adequate budgetary process against the budget was regularly monitored and reserves were appropriate. No. Expected income was fully received based on correct prices, property properly recorded and promptly banked, and VAT was appropriately accounted for. No. Petty cash payments were properly supported by receipts, all petty cash and expenditure was approved, and VAT appropriately accounted for. Yes. Salaries to employees and allowances to members were paid in accordance with the authority's approvals, and PAYE in NI requirements were properly applied. Yes. Assets and investments registers were completed and accurate and properly maintained. Yes. Periodic bank account reconciliations were properly carried out during the year. No. According to statements prepared during the year were prepared on the correct accounting bases, receipts, payments, income and expenditure, agreed to the cash book, supported by adequate audit trail from underlying records where appropriate debtors and creditors were properly recorded. Yes. If the authority certified itself as exempt from a limited assurance review in 2023-2024, it met with the exemption criteria and correctly declared itself exempt. If the authority had limited assurance review of its 2023-2024 AGAR, tick not covered. Not covered. The authority published and required information on a website webpage up to date at all times of the internal audit in accordance with the relevant legislation. No. In the year covered by this AGAR, the authority correctly provided for a period of exercise of its public rights as required by the accountants and audit regulations during the 2024-2025 AGAR period. were publicly rights in relation to the 2023-2024 AGA, evidenced by a notice of the website and/or authority approved minutes by confirming the dates. Not covered. The authority has completed with the publication of requirements for the 2023-2024 AGA. See AGA page 1 in guidance notes. Not covered. So that is the full sheet that we've got. So I propose to accept it. If anyone wants to second. All to accept. All against? Abstentions? Number 5, the annual government statement 2024-2025. To consider and approve the annual government statement for the year ended the 31st of March 2025.
Yeah, so based on the internal auditor's report, Chair, I would recommend asserting yes to items 4,
Can you
6,
put that on silent, please?
I can't because I've got a poor kid.
Well, that's
Sorry.
what vibrates for, Carol.
No.
I'll start again, Chair. I would recommend asserting yes to items 4, 6, 7 and 8 and no to items 1, 2, 3, 5 and 9. The reasons for the no, the reason for item 1 would be the failure to update the corporate risk assessment, 2, failure to update the corporate risk assessment and failure to secure assets, 3, failure of publication, and 5, failure to update the corporate risk assessment.
I'm going to go through each one of these, and if you do have something in which the reason is that you want to vote no, then you have to come up with a valid reason as to why you wish to vote no.
Can we have recorded votes for these, please?
Yeah, that's it.
Number 1, we have put in place arrangements for the effective financial management during the year and for the preparation of the accounting statements. If you agree, then could you raise your hand now? If you disagree, can you raise your hand now?
Three all. Sorry, Chair, are we approving each one separately? Okay. So cast a vote for Chair.
Yep, so that's number 1 no.
Is that a no?
Yeah. We maintained an adequate system of internal control, including measures designed to prevent and detect fraud and corruption, and reviewed its effectiveness. Anyone who wishes to vote yes? Anyone wishes to vote no? Abstention. We took all reasonable steps to assure ourselves that there were no matters of actual potential non-compliance with the laws, regulations and proper practices that could have significantly financial effect on the ability of the authority to conduct its business or manage its finances. So if you agree that Hemsworth Town Council met that, if you'd like to vote yes, raise your hand. If you'd like to vote no, raise your hand. We provided proper opportunity during this year for the exercise of electors' rights in accordance with the requirements of the accounts and audit regulations. If you would like to vote yes, the Hemsworth Town Council met these, then raise your hand. If you think Hemsworth Town Council did not meet these, raise your hand.
Can I state why I've said no?
Go ahead.
We were in that meeting, me, you and Andrew, with member at Club Lake. She asked that if we're told more information we'll go into her, and it didn't get to her, and that's why I'm voting now.
We carried out an assessment of the risks facing this authority and took appropriate steps to manage those risks, including the introduction of internal controls and/or external insurance cover where required. If you think Hemsworth Town Council met this, then if you'd like to vote yes, raise your hand. If you think that Hemsworth Town Council did not meet this, then please raise your hand.
Okay.
We maintained throughout the year an adequate and effective system of internal audit of the accounting records and the control systems. If you think that Hemsworth Town Council met this, raise your hand. Okay, if you think Hemsworth Town Council did not meet this, raise your hand.
Can I state again, we didn't even have an auditor.
That's better.
We took appropriate action on all matters raised in reports from internal and external audit.
The internal audit, yeah, the external audit, we haven't had a detailed one now.
Well, that's all.
Well, there hasn't been any recommendations from the external auditor, so, yeah.
So we haven't had any recommendations from last year's audit. However, we did have the internal audit and it was externally audited. So we just wanted to clear that up. So if you would like to vote yes, then raise your hand. If you'd like to vote no, raise your hand. We considered whether any litigation, liabilities, or commitments, events, transactions occurring in either during or after the year end have financial impact on this authority and, where appropriate, have included in the accounting statements. If you agree that Hemsworth Town Council has met this, then please raise your hand. If you disagree that Hemsworth Town Council have met this, please raise your hand.
Can it be noted that there's no narrative on statements about a loan, boathouse, lakeside, and reassigning staff?
Oh, yeah.
For local councils only, trust funds including charitable. Councillor Whitehead, if that's going to go off again, can you please
I have
leave the
got
room?
children or whatever,
So
so I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'm
but
sorry.
my phone's on vibrate.
Yeah, well, I
can
can't
still
put mine
hear
on
it.
vibrate,
So
sorry.
you can't hear it vibrate.
No,
Right, if that goes off again, I'll be asking you to leave.
they can ask me to leave.
Trust funds, including charitable in our capacity in the sole managing trustee, we discharged our accountability responsibilities for the funds, assets, including financial reporting, if required, independent examination or audit. I would just like to let everyone know that we haven't sent off the Fitzwilliam Centre's accounts because the annual general meeting was cancelled on the day it happened. So if you agree that Hemsworth Town Council have met that, please raise your hand now. And if you agree that Hemsworth Town Council did not meet this, raise your hand now. Got it?
Yeah.
Number 6, annual accounting statements 2024-2025. To consider and approve the annual accounting statements for the year ending 31st of March 2025.
websites at Chair. They've been checked by our accounting software providers as well.
Reading? Oh.
Members have all had these, Chair, and it will be published on the website today. It's
Right, so is everyone, I propose to accept it. All in favour? All against? Abstentions? Thank you all for attending. This meeting is now closed.